I'm not coming to do my live, but when you put your voice inside, you must know you inside. Okay, I think the network here. Okay, so we on. Good evening to all. Share the video. I'm somewhere in the middle of the forest, so don't ask me where I am tonight. I'm somewhere in the middle of the forest, but I've decided to. I'm gonna slow down. Your voice will be in my stuff. I've decided to make this video tonight as a Liberian citizen. Forget about my position in the government, because all of us are political actors. Being political actors, there are lots of you that are afraid, oh, they're going to fire you, they're going to do this. It's just the beginning of my life, not the end. Okay? And tonight, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off, number one, because I asked the question, is there any justice for the poor in Liberia? Because this woman said on state radio, twice on state radio, somebody say, you lying. That's fine. If I tell you I'm in the jungle, wait for the end of the video and then I will show you where I am, okay? You know, this woman said on state radio that I am poor, therefore I will not get justice. Such statement hurts my heart. Because she said it. And this guy that did this thing to this woman's son goes live tonight from Mamba Point. Tonight, from Mamba Point, eating and boasting that nobody can do anything to him. I just want you to think about it for a second. He's eating in Mamba Point tonight after being sent to South Beach by the judge from the Monrovia City Court. A senior judicial official, we're reliably informed. And how do we know? It's because he's a Chinese and he went live tonight to assure his Chinese counterparts that he told them nobody could do anything to him. And he was eating on camera before them. A person who took a Liberian citizen into his fence, beat him up mercilessly, took him, carried him upstairs, filled a pot with boiling oil, fried him, busted his head, brought him downstairs, spray in his anus and spray in his ears, took him, put him in the bathroom, the security bathroom, lit plastic, and burned him repeatedly. And after that, served him for dinner to his dog. It is all documented in the court paper. Police charged him with aggravated attempted murder, attempt to murder, aggravated assault, and felonious restraint, etc. And because of the description of the gruesome torture of this Liberian citizen, that have drawn so much public outrage that even made us to go to prove that nobody would have covered up this case is now getting to me. I'm upset. I'm upset because this thing happened on January 13th. And we showed the video to the world, for the world to see. You can see how the guy was fried with the boiling oil from the stove. It's no secret, the evidences are so huge. Are you kidding me? That a senior judge, a high-profile judge, will order this man released tonight, and he will then go to Mama Point to have dinner and do a video conference with his Chinese counterpart, posting to them that nobody can do anything to him? Is this our Liberia? It is, because we are going to follow it to the letter tomorrow. I want this judge, I already know his name. We already have the details. My friend, I'm in the bush. Y'all Liberian people, you're hard to learn. I'm not in the city, I'm in the bush. So I don't know how you will learn, because if I tell you say I'm in the bush, I'm in the bush. When somebody tell you they're in the bush, you see the bush? You see bush? You see bush? You see bush? I saw water or something over there. I said I'm in the bush. Look, I'm going to tell you again. So, how did I have this thing? Okay. So, you know, everybody calling me that the man has been released. The man has been released. And I said, no, we saw him being taken to the South Beach by officers. And no, tonight we got confirmation. We got confirmation that a high-profile judge from the highest order his release tonight. Is there any justice for the poor? This poor woman cried out and said on January 13, my son nearly lost his life because a Chinese national decided that he will take the law in his own hands. He beat my son mercilessly, dragged him upstairs in his house, put oil on the fire, a boiling hot oil, and fried him. And for us, we decided that no, we'll go and see. And we went and we saw the gentleman, and we showed the gentleman to the whole country. There's no lie. And he explained his ordeal, the torture he had to go through, being burned by plastic, fried by oil, and served to the dog for dinner. Who does that? Who does that? And tonight, you got Chinese calling me. Oh, Michael say he'll be free. He free. He eat the dinner. Mama Point. When do we give our people the justice? When? This woman said there's no justice for the poor. I asked her why she thought so. She said, since January 13, my son was treated in this manner. If you had not come to my rescue, nobody would have come to my rescue. Ah, man. Can any Liberian treat a Chinese like that and be having dinner at Mama Point tonight because the Chinese High Court, one of the justices or whatever, decided that he should come outside? Can that happen? Liberians. That's some of the reason when I hear people say, we're giving God a hard time. Let's sell a country and divide the money. That is some of the reason why people say these things. Because they get hurt. They get hurt. This woman said there would be no justice for her. She said it. And it's like he's too good to go to jail. He's too good. And the evidences are so overwhelming that even if you want even say there's no way. The boy said when he poured the hot oil on me and my skin frying, he can ask me, is it enough? I would say, yeah, enough. I won't do it again. He will pour some more on me. And I was crying. I was in pain. Then he will ask me again, is it enough? Then I would say, yeah, it's enough. He said, no, I want to teach you a lesson. And all that time, he's pouring the oil on this young Liberian. He's setting it back on the stove as if to say, it should get heated again. And after all the torture, he was fed to a dog. I saw the black dog. We were allowed in the fence by the security. And you saw the video. We saw the dog. A very big dog. Why? Why do we not care for each other? After he was helpless, he lifted his leg and sprayed pepper spray into his anus. You heard it. You heard it. When he was done with the anus, he opened his both ears and sprayed into his ears. And tonight, he's making fun of it. He's eating and calling his friends. And he boasted today that nothing will come of it. These are the kinds of things that lead to public uprising when there is no justice for the poor. This government ran on the rule of law as one of its pillars. It ran on the rule of law. Why? Why? If he can do the crime, he can't go to jail. He's charged with aggravated attempt to murder. You know what that means? You think the police just charged him because they wanted to make joke, Mr. Justice? You think so? He boasted that he had friends in high places, and now you've demonstrated it tonight. But this is one case that will have impeachable consequences. I have said, and I will say again, there are some who run for government job. There are some of us that stand for justice. There's somebody telling me, you in the darkness. You work in this government. Who told you I work in this government, it means I don't have rights? Who told you working in the government means that you have no freedom of speech? Who told you that? We said here our economy is gone. We said here people do things to us in our own country. But this one, I want to assure the distinguished legal man that this is not for your game. There are men that can move people in this country. I'm one of those men. I make no secret of it. A job will not hold me on this one. It is clear as to what your friend did. And to use your judicial powers tonight to release him from jail, to go and make mockery of his victim and flex his power, you have tortured those people once again. You've instilled fear into them once again. You've made them feel powerless once again. She said it. She said there will be no justice for me. I am poor. And we are going to launch a campaign. We'll go to the legislature. We'll take your complaint to the House of Representatives. And then we'll take your complaint to the House of Senate. Because no Liberian should be fried like fish. No Liberian should be sprayed in the anus, in the ear. No Liberian should be burned with plastic. And no Liberian should be fed to someone's pet. No. That dog was fed a Liberian citizen. And because he's your friend, you order his release tonight. Let's go to bed and wake up. Let's go to bed and wake up. That you will allow a foreign national in this country to feed a Liberian to a dog after being fried, burned, sprayed, busted, and beaten. You feed him to a dog, and you sitting on the higher seat of the law after he's sent to South Beach, order his release tonight. On what grounds? On what grounds? He's even too good to go to jail. The guy is too good to go to jail. But a Liberian is not too good to have his day in court. Why? Why? Why are we like this? Why are we like this? What do we need to do before God can forgive us? What if that was your child? That a Chinese, I'm speaking to this judicial official. What if that was your child that a Chinese man beat almost to death, took upstairs in his apartment, put oil in the pot and put it on the stove, it boiled and he fried him. After frying him, open his anus and spray in it. Open his 2 ears and sprayed in it. Took him downstairs to the security booth and laid him up with plastic as he fought in agony and pain. Unleashed his dog on him to eat him. And you sit on the higher seat in the justice system of our country. We will get justice. We will get justice. We would get justice. Tonight is just the beginning. Tonight is just the beginning. We will start tomorrow and we will not rest. The legislature has the power to remove you for a cause. And this is sufficient cause to remove you. This is sufficient cause to remove you. Because this man, even if he had bail tonight, cannot go up Mama Point Eat and do a video and make a mockery of this heinous crime. No law will allow him to do that to his victim. And you have allowed him to do this to his victim. You have allowed him. You have allowed him. People from the Chinese community calling me and say, we told you. He had friends in high places. He's eating up Mama Point, bragging, holding video calls and doing live. After you allowed me to show his victim to the Liberian people yesterday, you can see how he fried him. The evidence is overwhelming. He spent 1 month in ERWA hospital. He was just released on February 10, the day before Armed Forces Day. How could you do that to him? How? How? It's sad. It is sad. It is very sad. And Liberian will rise up to this. We will wake them up to it. Because the legislature will hear about this. The legislature will hear about this. And we're going to parade that man in front of lawmakers. Take my word for it. By tomorrow or Monday, when they go to session on Tuesday, we are taking that man to the legislature so they can see what has happened. On Tuesday, we're taking that man to the legislature. Let them look at a Liberian citizen and hear what was done to him, so that you can explain to them why you will release the perpetrator of such heinous crime at night. Allow him to go to a restaurant and do a video call and a live from there, making a mockery of his victim. We want to know. This, everybody saw this boy. Everybody saw his body. He looks like crocodile, his skin is like crocodile skin right now. But I wish this judge could just say, do unto me what was done to this boy. You wouldn't survive 1 second. His pain and agony and suffering was so gruesome and grotesque that ELWA hospital kept him for a month, and now you can see the soul still fresh on him. Why? What do you stand to benefit? What amount of friendship with him leads you to allow him to make a mockery? Liberia will not go down because of you. This is going to mark the beginning of a revolution for change. The poor will have justice because we will demand justice for the poor. Beginning tomorrow, we will demand justice for the poor. Then Monday, we will demand justice for the poor. And Tuesday, we'll be at the legislature demanding justice for the poor. And if there was anything done illegally by you, then, of course, prepare. This is just the beginning. We came, we ran on the rule of law. The law will be respected. The law looking at the severity of the crime, the grotesque, inhumane, and more so gruesome manner in which their citizen was treated, and they sent him to jail so that the right thing can be done. And tonight, you freed him. And he went to Mamba Point, he did video call, he did a live, and he ate and made mockery, not only of his victim, but of us, the Liberian people. So all of what he boasted about, that the law was in his pocket, that nobody could do anything to him, this man knew what he was saying. The mere fact that this crime, this heinous crime, could have been committed on January 13, and it never came from anywhere until 2 days ago, tells us where we are. But this one is a hard swallow. This one will be hard to swallow, because if we stand aside and do nothing, then we are part of the injustice to this man. Sir, I urge you to prepare for us. We are a nation. We are a people. We will get justice. We will not be treated this way in our own country. Get ready. We are coming.